Greetings guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monette and this is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath and today we're going to get right into it. We are here for Tarot to Go. If you've picked this card, then this is what you want to know about. It's the Heirophant. We are moving along in our journey. There will be 78 of these up before I even post this, meaning I will have recorded them before you see them. And right now we're working our way through the major arcana. This is for anybody that wants to learn how to read tarot and understand some of their deeper meanings. And it's for anybody who doesn't have access to a professional intuitive empath like myself and you would like to give yourself a reading. Here's how you do it on Tarot to Go. You pick 3 of the cards and then you will know. You clarify each card with the next card or video in this case, okay? So let's say you came to the Heirophant today and then you want more clarification after this and pick another card and then another one, but stop at 3 because that's where confusion will lie. That's where confusion will be. You want to stop at 3 because your soul will know. You don't need more than that. You're not doing any extensive hour-long reading. But if you're studying, then take one at a time and use one as a meditation. You can also use them this way. If you would just like to pick a card a day and utilize the energy of what that card's telling you, then you can do that too. Lots of ways for the tarot to be of service to you. So let's get into it. The Heirophant right away is about contractual obligations and marriage. When we see that, we see marriage in the traditional sense, the signing of the paperwork and everything else. The Cook's Tarot is what I was gravitated to as a former chef and caterer and person who went to culinary school. But every deck speaks to you differently. And this one is very vibrant and speaks to me. So let's take a look at what the Heirophant has to say actually. When we're looking at the card, it's about a woman who has a long red scarf around her neck and she points to a written symbol. You see the contract there? She's directing her information towards the two-seated individual. The female holds her chin in her hand and looks either tired or bored. The male, who is wearing his hat at the table, is paying close attention. On the table is a single rose in a glass vase. It lies on top of the cloth design with the pattern of the giant lotus. The keys of wisdom are woven into the pattern of the rug that lies below them. An apple pie lies cooling on the windowsill. So what we have here are some very iconic pictures. The keys, the symbols, turning, love, apple pie, as wholesome as apple pie. Not just Americana, but the idea of something home-baked and sweet, a promise of not just fidelity, but stability and longevity is what I'm seeing here. The key elements here in this, so every person that designs cards has different ways and reasons why. So you want to pay attention because reading any tarot is not about just what the book says, it's about the symbology that jumps out to your intuition, okay? So the red scarf here is Taurus rules the neck. So the scarf symbolizes the connection between the head and the neck, the connection between the mental and physical. It combines both the physical aspect of keeping the neck warm and the beauty in the decorative object, because Taurus is very Venusian. Taurus is an earth sign, therefore fond of creature comforts, but they must also have a practical value. The lotus is long known as a symbol of enlightenment. The keys are about knowledge and papal symbology. The keys to the kingdom of heaven were shown, overlapping 2 keys, one of silver, one of gold. These keys symbolically open the doors to knowledge and wisdom. Not everyone can use keys. One must study within the master's spiritual energy in order to know which key is right, and so it's an earned gift. The apple pie is a symbol of tradition and family values. It's the ultimate comfort food that offers no surprises. It has become synonymous with conformity, tradition, and our secular morality. So let's talk about the meaning specifically of the Heirophant. The Heirophant card talks to the role, it talks to the role of student and teacher. It is one of the major milestones in life. It is a road to achieving true awareness. One must learn the rules from authority figures. This card is about the structure and conformity. It celebrates the status quo. We are not born with all of the secrets of wisdom. We have to learn them. This card shows that not everyone is ready to learn, and also that one can learn without the formal trappings of scholarship. When you draw this card in a reading, it's time to consider your belief system. Are you going in the direction that you believe? Are you blindly following traditional conformity? And are you in need of a mentor in order to achieve your goals? The shadow side of this card, of course, is blind conformity, following the rules with no thought as to their impact or meaning. This can lead to an abuse of power and of a life of bovine self-satisfaction, the perils of an unexamined life. That bovine self-satisfaction, I mean, is like they're thinking of cows specifically chewing their cud, just being very complacent. The Taurus, the sign of Taurus, is associated with the Heirophant, which is about creature comforts. And sometimes when we get into long-term commitments, contracts, and marriages, you can get very comfortable, complacent. There can be a zest of life that is lost. So sometimes when I'm doing readings for clients and I'm seeing the Heirophant come up here, whether it's inverted, meaning a reversal, or upright, it means that there's something that they are weighing that maybe they thought they wanted in life that no longer fits, or it means that they want to get married, they want to go to the chapel, they want that conformity, they want the no surprises in the apple pie, they want the vanilla life in that regard. But there is a cautionary tale about chewing the cud and things getting too stagnant or too boring. The kitchen wisdom for the tarot to go today, this quick bite is here. You have to know the rules before you can break them. So in order for us to create in our brave new world where relationships mean anything, where people can be pan, they can be trans, they can choose their identity, and they can literally, whip it in the kitchen like stir fry and do anything they want in their apple pie. In order to understand that, we're all kind of following given to a structure from the patriarchy in a way, honestly. And so you have to know what that is in order to write a new rule or way for yourself so that you can exist in whatever your form of comfortable apple pie is. When this comes up, one of the questions that may be asked is, do I want to go with tradition? Do I want to be anti-traditional? Do I want to be in a traditional marriage? Do I want something that's more unconventional? Do I want to be in a traditional job? Do I want a 9-to-5, or do I want to be an entrepreneur? Either way, there is a contract that's offered here to you. That red also has to do with financial stability and root chakra energy. It has to do with our familial structure, the root chakra. When I'm seeing the red, the thing that I'm channeling here to tell you is this: one of the number one causes of disruption in marriage is finances. So if you are getting into traditional marriage, you want to pay attention. What are the financial situations, implications, and drawbacks there? What do people's credit scores look like? Do you want to merge accounts? These are some of the questions, because that could be a noose around someone's neck, or it could be something to keep them warm and cozy. And marriage will definitely let you understand the difference between the two. So these are the questions that are presented to you. Also, there's something to be said about someone looking bored and disinterested. When we get the thing that we've been chasing after, I see this time and time again with my clients, do we really want it? So many of the readings that I do have to do with people being like, when will she or he marry me, or whatever the case may be. I just finished a reading tonight with a client that was going through this, and I was telling them, listen, my good sis, you want this, but you want this person to want it too. You don't want to give them an ultimatum. You don't want to hold a gun to their head, figuratively speaking. You do not want to force someone to do something that they do not want to do, because while they might sign the contract with you, there will be resentment that brews between the two of you. Now, you may have some resentment because you're not getting what you want in the way you think you want it, but trust me, it's so much better to lead the little horse to water and then them freely drink it than you force their head below the surface. The kitchen wisdom stands ever true. You have to know the rules before you can break them. So what are the rules about marriage or contracts, obligations, and conformity to you? So good sharing energy with you guys. Thank you for joining me on Tarot to Go. Find a couple more that fit your scenario, or read one a day to learn the tarot way and understand how you can utilize tarot in your life from day to day. Come back and join me next time, guys. We'll continue to evolve together.